Obviously he wasn't going to ask, but yeah. Jesus. No, you know what? I can't wear it. I'll hold it. Wearing it feels like stolen valor. That's not good.
In a world where celebrity interactions are usually planned, rehearsed, and carefully managed by public relations teams, truly authentic moments are incredibly rare. Most of the time, when two famous people meet in public, the interaction looks perfect because it has been organized in advance. Cameras are ready, photographers are prepared, and everyone knows exactly how they are supposed to behave. But every once in a while, something completely unexpected happens. A moment occurs that is so genuine and so natural that it instantly captures the attention of millions of people around the world. That is exactly what happened on March 2nd, backstage at the Today Show. Two incredibly successful people from completely different worlds suddenly crossed paths in a hallway. There was no script, no preparation, no plan. Just a spontaneous meeting between Olympic gold medalist Alysa Liu and actor Daniel Radcliffe. And what followed became one of the most heartwarming celebrity moments people had seen in a long time. At the time, Alysa Liu had just accomplished something extraordinary. She had recently won the gold medal in figure skating at the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina. Her performance had stunned audiences around the world. Millions of viewers watched as she delivered an incredible routine filled with technical skill, precision, and emotional expression. Winning an Olympic gold medal is one of the greatest achievements an athlete can accomplish. It represents years of dedication, training, and sacrifice. For Alysa Liu, that moment was the result of a lifetime of hard work. Standing on the Olympic podium with the gold medal around her neck, she had officially written her name into sports history. At only 20 years old, she had already become one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. Meanwhile, on that same morning, Daniel Radcliffe was also visiting the Today Show for a completely different reason. Radcliffe was there to promote his new television project titled The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins, an NBC show that had already begun generating significant buzz. For Radcliffe, the visit was part of a normal promotional tour. As an actor, promoting new projects is something he has done many times throughout his career. But even though both Liu and Radcliffe were present in the same building that day, and neither of them expected to meet each other, the Today Show studio was busy, as it always is. Staff members were rushing through hallways. Producers were coordinating interviews. Guests were preparing for their segments. In the middle of this organized chaos, Alysa Liu was walking through one of the backstage corridors. And then suddenly, something caught her attention. Walking toward her in the hallway was someone she instantly recognized. For a brief moment, she froze, and her eyes widened in disbelief, because standing right in front of her was Daniel Radcliffe, the same actor who had played Harry Potter, one of the most famous characters in movie history. The same person she had watched on screen while growing up. For a second, it almost felt unreal. The Olympic champion who had just performed under the pressure of millions of viewers suddenly looked completely surprised. She started laughing and looked genuinely shocked. It was the kind of reaction people have when they unexpectedly meet someone they admire. In that moment, Alysa Liu was no longer thinking about Olympic medals or media interviews. She was simply a 20-year-old who had just met one of the most recognizable actors in the world. Her excitement was completely natural. She laughed and tried to say something, but the words almost did not come out because she was so surprised. The moment was honest and unscripted, and that is exactly what made it special. But what made the situation even more interesting was Daniel Radcliffe's reaction. Radcliffe is someone who has spent most of his life in the spotlight. He became internationally famous at the age of 11 when he was cast as Harry Potter. For the next decade, he starred in one of the most successful film franchises ever created. Millions of fans around the world watched him grow up on screen. He attended movie premieres, global events, press tours, and award shows. Fame became a normal part of his life at a very young age. Because of that, many people might assume that Radcliffe would be completely used to meeting other famous individuals. But his reaction to Alysa Liu showed something very different. When Radcliffe noticed the Olympic gold medal around Liu's neck, his expression immediately changed. His eyes lit up with excitement. He pointed toward the medal with genuine amazement. For him, meeting an Olympic champion was a big moment, because standing in front of him was someone who had just achieved one of the most difficult accomplishments in the world of sports. His reaction was enthusiastic and sincere. Instead of trying to act calm or professional, Radcliffe reacted exactly the way many people would. He looked impressed and excited. He congratulated her with a huge smile. He gave her a high five. Then he asked if they could take a selfie together. Liu happily agreed, and they stood next to each other while she held up the gold medal. Both of them were laughing and smiling throughout the entire interaction. It was clear that neither of them expected the moment to feel so exciting. For Alysa Liu, meeting someone she had watched in movies for years felt unbelievable. For Daniel Radcliffe, meeting an Olympic champion was equally thrilling. The interaction was friendly, warm, and full of genuine joy. There was no awkwardness. There was no pressure. There was no attempt to appear overly professional. Instead, both of them simply enjoyed the moment. When footage of the interaction appeared online, it spread quickly across social media platforms. Within hours, the clip began gaining millions of views. People from around the world started sharing the video. The reaction from fans was overwhelmingly positive. Many viewers commented on how refreshing the interaction looked. In an era where many celebrity moments feel staged or artificial, this moment felt completely real. One comment that gained thousands of likes said something simple but powerful. "I love how genuinely happy they both look." That sentence perfectly captured why the moment resonated with so many people. Today's media environment is filled with carefully curated content. Celebrities often present perfect versions of themselves on social media. Public appearances are frequently controlled by managers and publicity teams. Because of that, authentic moments have become increasingly rare. The meeting between Alysa Liu and Daniel Radcliffe reminded people that fame does not remove humanity. Even the most successful individuals can still feel excited when they meet someone they admire. Radcliffe was clearly impressed by Liu's Olympic achievement, and Liu was equally thrilled to meet the actor she had watched growing up. For a brief moment, the roles of celebrity and fan almost reversed. Both of them admired each other's accomplishments. That shared excitement created a connection that felt genuine. Daniel Radcliffe's career after the Harry Potter films has been fascinating to watch. Many child actors struggle to transition into adult roles after becoming famous at a young age. But Radcliffe took a different approach. Instead of choosing predictable projects, he explored a wide variety of roles. He appeared in independent films, theater productions, and unusual projects that challenged expectations. These choices allowed him to grow as an actor. They also showed audiences that he was capable of far more than playing a single iconic character. His performance in The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins is another example of his willingness to experiment with different types of storytelling. But despite his impressive career and worldwide fame, Radcliffe's reaction to Alysa Liu showed that he still appreciates greatness when he sees it. The Olympic gold medal clearly impressed him. It reminded everyone watching that even famous actors can admire athletes. On the other side, Alysa Liu's journey to Olympic gold is equally inspiring. She began skating when she was very young. Her natural talent quickly became clear. At only 13 years old, she became the youngest U.S. women's national figure skating champion in history. From that point forward, her career continued to grow. Years of training, dedication, and discipline eventually led her to the Olympic stage. Competing at the Olympics is an experience unlike any other. Athletes must perform at their absolute best while the entire world is watching. The pressure can be overwhelming, but Liu handled that pressure with remarkable composure. When reporters later asked her how she managed to stay calm during such an important performance, her answer surprised many people. She said something very simple: breathing. She explained that focusing on her breathing helped her stay calm and maintain control during the routine. Figure skating requires strength, stamina, and concentration. By reminding herself to breathe, she was able to remain focused throughout the performance. Her answer may sound simple, but it reflects a powerful mindset. Sometimes the most effective strategies are also the most basic. Liu's ability to stay calm under pressure is one of the reasons she became an Olympic champion. And that same calm personality was visible during her meeting with Daniel Radcliffe. Despite being excited, she remained friendly, relaxed, and genuine. She treated the moment like a fun surprise rather than a formal celebrity interaction. Looking back at the video, it is easy to understand why so many people enjoyed watching it. The moment showed two accomplished individuals appreciating each other. Neither of them acted distant. Neither of them behaved like they were above the other person. Instead, they shared a brief moment of mutual admiration. That kind of authenticity is powerful. For about 90 seconds, the world saw something refreshing. An actor who grew up in the spotlight, an athlete who had just made Olympic history, both of them laughing, smiling, and celebrating each other's success. The interaction reminded people that success does not eliminate humility. Even the most accomplished individuals can still feel excited to meet someone they respect. Sometimes they can still feel starstruck. They can still admire greatness. And they can still enjoy a simple human moment. In the end, that short encounter between Daniel Radcliffe and Alysa Liu became much more than just a viral clip. It became a reminder that behind every achievement and every headline, celebrities are still people. People who laugh, people who admire others, people who hug, take selfies, and celebrate each other's success. And sometimes, those simple human moments become the most memorable stories of all.